let's see what wants to come out today. General love reading. Gosh, that's far too many. Right, let's just have a look. Okay, somebody's blocked. All right. Leo, Virgo, if that means anything. Also Aquarius, straight off the bat. I feel you've blocked somebody, or they might have blocked you first, but now you're just like, you know what, I don't want to talk to you. I think you'd rather, I'm getting from your energy that you're quite happy being on your own at the moment because this relationship drained you in the past. There was a lot of caretaking going on in the past in this relationship. Now, it might have been you having to manage your partner's emotions. They could have had a temper, or your relationship was affected by either you or your person or both of you having to take care of other people, but it did have an effect on the relationship. And I think you're quite happy at the moment on your own. In the present you are. I see in your future here, just, you know, before we get any deeper into this, that you will meet somebody else. I'm seeing somebody else as well that's going to come in, but this time it's on your terms because you're spending a lot of time. You know, if you're not literally on your own all the time, you are spending a lot of time on your own. Okay, it's peace. You've just literally spent so much time in the past trying to manage somebody else's needs, whatever that means for you today. So let's have a look and see what's coming in. Let's see what else is coming in. Just while I'm reshuffling this though, I hope you're all well. I hope you're all okay. Thanks so much for watching, all your likes and your comments. I do read all my comments and I send you so much love. If you'd like a reading, just click on the title of this video. Links are in the description box to the website, and also check out the free relationship report as well. And if you're new here and you want to see any more of this content, just hit the notification bell. Okay, I just feel quite happy on your own. Just got a really strong feeling about that. There is... okay. There's somebody who is from your past who is going to attempt to come back in. Bottom of the deck, Seven of Swords. This is someone who deceived you. Okay. Somebody who deceived you in the past is looking to come back in. I think they think this separation is only temporary. I think for you though, you think you're done. I think you're done, okay? It's almost like they're biding their time. They're biding their time. But I do see there's another person. Okay, now you could have been your past person. Again, Aquarian energy, specifically February Aquarian energy, and also fire again. Leo, Sag, Aries, but we have got very strong Leo, very strong Virgo, and very strong Aquarian energy. But there is somebody else who's also got their eye on you. Now, this person I feel is possibly an earth sign. Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, Sun, Moon or Rising. Okay. But they've got their eye on you as well. Now they're holding back. This new energy is holding back at the moment. Alright. As a personality, they are very different to your ex. Your ex is somebody who's, yeah, they're confident, they're fun-loving. Maybe they were a bit of a party person, they like to be sociable, they like travelling, but they've also got a bit of a wandering eye, okay? You know, these two cards together, there you go, that's your past person, alright? So they did deceive you in some shape or form and moved away from you, but they're coming back in, they're coming back in. Your past person has an energy of somebody who will take what they want, but always leave something behind so they can get their foot back in the door. Alright? They are quite selfish. You know, the Seven of Swords is called, I think it's called the card of unstable effort. Don't always finish what they start. Okay, they don't always finish what they start. They can be quite selfish. I'm getting a selfish sort of energy here. But it's almost like they've left something behind. Have they left any of their belongings behind? Or is there another reason why they can come back into your life? So we've got them on one side. But then going right back to the beginning when I said there was someone new, there's another person. Now this new person is very stable, very secure, more grounded, loyal, very, very hard-working, possibly not as social. This is someone who is not bouncing off the walls at a party. They're probably likely to be sat down, just to give you an example. But they do finish what they start. They can have a tendency to micromanage a little bit, okay? They do like to know that everything's okay before they make a move. This isn't your past person. They have an energy where they'll do something on the last minute, okay, whatever it is in life, whereas this new person isn't like that. Now, they like you, whoever they are, they like you, but they're not making a move at the moment, okay? They're waiting until the time is right. They, I feel, have some inclination of what you've been through, okay? I think your demeanour at the moment, which is understandable if you have had this is a fair energy, it is. You know, I don't always say that so outright, but it is, you know. And also the past card as well. You could have forgiven this person so many times, or tried to make yourself different. Oh God, we all do that, don't we, at times, until we get older and realise, no. But I think we all do. You think, well, if we just try a bit harder, or if we do this, or maybe then blah, 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 blah. But you don't want that anymore. Now, this new person knows that you're very protective of your energy now. Okay? You can see straight through the bullshit. You know, it is sort of off with their head energy. You know, don't mess with me, don't come here with your lies, and don't bring all your dramas and all your problems and all your stuff. You know, you just don't want that anymore. I think you'd rather be on your own than deal with that ever again as long as you live. But we have got this new person, okay? And eventually, 8 of Wands, they will declare their feelings for you. Now, I think it's going to come as a surprise when this person does it, because they're not really giving much indication, okay? Because they don't. This person doesn't wear their heart on their sleeve. They're not a smooth talker. They're just a very down-to-earth, loyal, stable, kind, generous-hearted person. And what you see with them is what you get. There's no ulterior motives with this new person, all right? So when this message comes in, or when you find out that they actually are quite, I wouldn't say obsessed, but they've got you in their line of vision, it will come as a surprise. It will come as a surprise to you. Let's just see what the past person wants. But with those two cards, they're still in even if it's not out and out deceit, the Seven of Swords can be a positive card. It is about strategy, mental strategy, a plan. Don't give up yet, keep going. Okay, they haven't, you know, like I say, they've left something behind, or they've got a way in some shape or form to get back into your energy. And I think that they are, yeah, they're just still in a deceitful energy. I still think they're deceitful. Time, waiting. Yeah, they're waiting. Cycles. Like I said, you could have been in a cycle with this person before. In, out, up, down, round and round we go. You could have always been waiting for them to change. You know, totally waiting for them to change. Now they shattered you, they broke your heart. That's why now you're, you know, sometimes you might feel a little bit lonely. But I think through what I'm reading on today, you've gone beyond that. You're coming out the other end where you're actually realising peace and quiet is really nice. It's really nice. But yeah, this person did. They shattered your heart, broke your dreams. And I feel they did it more than once. They did it more than once. Okay, yeah, you're letting go and moving on. Alright? You're letting go, moving on and walking away. You've released it. Which I can see from this. I can see from this. This is not reconciliation. This is your energy, and it seriously is not, I would like you to come back into my life energy. Is, you know what? I'm done. I'm done. Yeah, you were very loyal, trusting and reliable. The new person definitely is. Let's see what spiel the past person's going to come in with. Then we'll go back into the new energy. What story are they going to come in with? Yeah, I think they believe their own lies. I just heard that, they believe their own lies. Unexpected outcome. Things, well, what's really going on with your person? I think they do this. They've done it before. But things haven't gone the way they planned, so they go back to where they were before. Did they ever, have they done that to somebody else in a previous relationship before you met them? But they've done it before. Okay, so things aren't working out for them. And they're going to tell you that you're a soul tie. I always feel connected to you. All right? Right, so... I don't trust the past person. They're going to say they're always feeling connected to you, and that's what they're going to tell you, as if, you know, they were talking to me, pretend I'm you. But what's really going on is things haven't worked out for them. Things haven't worked out for them. What hasn't worked out for them, please? Is it a relationship? Is it just general? What's their energy? What's bringing them back? People who supported them are no longer supporting them, and there's a lot of arguments. They're on the defensive. People surrounding them are battling with them now. Okay, so nobody's really getting on with anyone. But it is unexpected, because with this card, it means that you can be caught on the back foot. You're not prepared. People that in your environment that you thought cherished you, loved you, supported you, your business partners, your social club, your tennis partner, I don't know, whoever it is, suddenly turn on you. Okay, and it's unexpected because you're not prepared. Now your person though is not backing down with this. They're not giving in. They haven't changed. The past person is doing the same thing. Okay, whoever these people are that are now having a go with this card that your person wasn't prepared for. It's different shoes on that, you see. It's a symbol, not prepared. You know, when you get up really quickly and you possibly put 2 shoes on, or you've got an emergency and you realise you've got all your clothes on inside out. I have done that, by the way. I admit. That means you're not prepared. Okay, so... But your person's not backing down either. So instead of not backing down, what I see them doing is coming back. In trying to come back into your energy, but I don't see them getting anywhere. I really don't think you will entertain it in any shape or form. Okay, you've got over the heartbreak. You've seen through it. You've seen through it. You're very, very strong now. You're very, very... Well, you were always strong, because you were the one back in the past, being the caretaker, being the one to smooth it all over. All of that, and you know, you're really, really strong. So that's why they've lost the support of the people around them. They've got a battle on their hands, possibly got a bit too big for their boots. but people have turned on them, or they're turning on them. But instead of backing down, I don't think your ex ever backed down. I think they just never thought they were wrong. Okay, so new person. Let's have a look at some new energy. So I think it's an earth sign, or exhibits those qualities that I mentioned earlier. Let's have these cards out, please. Any messages on the new, please? Messages on the new. Could have blonde hair. Okay. Very laid back. You could have known this person in a past life. Sometimes, you know, we don't meet people that we've known in a past life till later on. Some people, and it's usually our soul contract, you know, what we decide to do before our consciousness comes into the body. Okay, but sometimes you can meet past life connections towards the latter end of your life, not, you know, in your teens, 20s, 30s, or even 40s. Oh, what's this one that's flying out? Oh, you're going on dates. This person is going to make you feel like $1 million. They're going to spoil you. Not in the way your ex did, though. I don't feel, though, that you want that. I feel the ex energy is more of, oh, I don't know, I've booked a weekend away in Paris. You know, very spontaneous sort of stuff. But then that always came at a price with the deception and the fact that you never knew where you were with that person. It was fun. I'm not saying it wasn't. You know, the Knight of Wands is fun energy. But coupled with the Seven of Swords, it's a bit dire. But this new person is going to spoil you. But they're going to buy you gifts. But what they're going to spoil you with, everyone, is their consistency. Their consistency. The reason they turn up on time. They do what they say they're going to do. Okay. But you are going to be dating again, definitely dating again. So someone's fairer haired, pretty laid back. You might feel that you've known this person before. Okay, but we have the triangle card, which is fine because we know who the triangle is. It's your past energy. Okay. I don't know if your ex has got dark hair. There's a choice between a light-haired person or a dark-haired person. Now, if they're grey, then their natural colour would have been lighter or darker before they started to grow grey. But there's a choice here. There is a choice here. There is some energy that somebody might try and put some obstacles in between you. Okay. But yeah, there could be somebody around you, it could be the ex, who might try and put obstacles in front of you when they realise they can't control you anymore. Okay, they can't control you. Alright, so let's have a moon card. Two moon cards even. Oh, how lovely. The energy is gaining momentum. Okay, that's the new person's energy. A new romantic cycle begins. So there you go. You have new romance, and I feel a past energy in there for some of you. Okay, but I think you've moved on from that. I think you've released it. They're still repeating the same patterns. Yeah, with the Magician, which I will read more on a negative because they're already in the Seven of Swords energy. They're just a charmer. They're just a charmer. You know, they're very charming. Your ex is very charming. Very, very charming, but it's all quite superficial. And it's all about themselves. Always. And I do feel, and my head's tingling, that this past person, even when you were getting on, for some reason, probably their childhood, so, you know, it happens, they'd always got one foot almost out of the door. You might have felt that you never quite had them, even if you were with them for quite a while. It's like their energy, and this will go back to childhood. It's a coping mechanism, fear of abandonment usually. Okay, but then until we heal and we take this, I know I talk about it all the time, but it's true, if you don't heal it and take it into a new relationship, then it will bubble up at some point. And the same if you have a reconciliation. The old story has to go. That's why so many of us can reconcile and then it doesn't work out, because we get triggered again, because we haven't let go of the old story. So, you've got a new romantic connection coming in, which is absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, and a strong possibility of this past person coming in, but I feel for the wrong reasons, okay? I feel for the wrong reasons, because you were very, very good to your past person. You bent over backwards for them. You were their port in a storm, and I don't mean that negatively, I mean that extremely positively, and they know that. They know that, but this time I think they ran off once too many times. Okay, they've gone too far this time, I just heard. Literally gone too far this time. So leave it with you. Take care anyway. Look after yourselves. Remember, you're on that pedestal. You are amazing. And you're going to be dating again, which is beautiful, but on your terms. All right, I love you all. I'll speak to you soon. Bye.